Okay, guys, so here's my YouTuber apology video. I have the glasses on and the YouTuber messy bun, and my mascara is smeared. And I'm just kidding. Okay, so the thing here is, guys, I do need to apologize for something in my last video about the top 20 doll disappointments of 2020. I knew some people were going to go a little crazy because there's MGA stands and there's Barbie stands and nobody can handle criticism. But one thing I do need to apologize for is I called people who don't like the BMR 1959 dolls racist. And I oversimplified what I was trying to say there, and that's the part I'm apologizing for. Oversimplified why I think people who don't like the BMR 1959 dolls are racist in my eyes. So let me try to explain it to you guys a little bit better. So the people I was referring to are the people who use terms like their fashions are too urban or clownish or ghetto or anything like that. Those are the people I am referring to. If you just don't like the colors on the BMR 1959 dolls because they're too primary or whatever, like I understand. Like, it's a lot of color, and if you want more hyper-realistic fashions, better silhouettes, stuff like that, that's fine. But the people I'm talking about are the people who used those specific phrases that I mentioned. Saying things like, these are clown fashions, or too ghetto, or too urban, that's coded racist language. So yes, if you use terms like that to describe the BMR 1959 dolls, that is what I would consider racist behavior, talk, everything like that. So yes, I do apologize for oversimplifying what I was trying to say. And this is one of those situations where if the shoe doesn't fit, you have nothing to worry about. I had people coming after me being like, well, I'm not a racist because I don't like those dolls. I'm like, okay, like if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. And I'm sorry for oversimplifying that. I should have been more specific in what I was saying. Once again, I'm sorry. Most of that was actually used as shade towards a bigger YouTuber who, when the second wave of BMR 1959 dolls came out, on their channel, they were constantly disparaging them and using some of this coded racist language, whether it was left in or you could tell that they were editing it out. And that YouTuber has a much bigger platform than I do, and that is why I brought that up as like subtle shade towards them, not necessarily individuals. But if you are an individual who uses that kind of language, whether you realize you're being racist or not, it is racist language. So for that, once again, guys, I am sorry I oversimplified. And another thing, I'm not apologizing for this at all, but one thing I did want to explain is using the rainbow high dolls in my thumbnail when they are on the list of the 20 things I'm talking about. Yeah, that's how you get people to watch your views, is you put things that they might want to view in the thumbnails. And yes, they were in the 20 doll disappointments of 2020, but the rainbow high dolls were at the very bottom of the list because the very few people who I have heard criticize the dolls, it's because of the shit representation, the terrible like skin tone, shade range, hair textures, ethnicity, like stuff like that. Like that is the stuff that Rainbow High is being criticized for, and a couple of construction and seam issues in the Series 2 line. So yes, there were people who were disappointed by the Rainbow High dolls. That's why they were included in the disappointments and put in the thumbnail. Otherwise, the thumbnail would have all been Barbies. And I'm not going to do that. And once again, I said this disclaimer in the dolls disappointment video. My opinions were on the dolls themselves, but you guys are the ones that voted the dolls into the list. These are not like, oh, I decided like Rainbow High was number 20, you know, and the color reveal was number 1. That's not what I decided. That's what the majority decided. And I commented on that, just so that's more clear for you guys. But yeah, that is just some of the stuff I wanted to clarify from the other video. My eyes are killing me because I still have my contacts on. So like wearing glasses on top of that for this little bit is, my eyes kind of hurt. So please enjoy this other video where we're on a more positive note, where we're talking about our 20 favorite dolls of 2020. This will be the last video I do for 2020, and I will see you guys in 2021. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I will never apologize for calling out racists and racist actions, language, stuff like that, but I do apologize for oversimplifying. Thank you guys very much. The top 2020 dolls of 2020 as voted by you 20 guys for your 2020s. Hey guys, so 2020 has been going on for a decade. I've been wearing this sweater for a decade. This is like the only thing I wear in videos, so I thought I'd keep the theme going. In my last video, we did the top 20 doll disappointments of 2020. And this video is kind of like the antithesis to that, where we are doing our favorite 20 dolls of 2020. Because I think while it's good to complain and criticize and everything, it's also good to show appreciation for what we're getting also, you know? Because we're doll collectors and we love dolls, and we would be sad if tomorrow they got rid of dolls altogether. So I think it's just good to show our appreciation. So I asked you guys on all of my social media who your top 20 dolls of 2020 are. So if you're upset that your doll didn't make it on here, just know that like you guys voted for these basically, and I'm just going off of like the amount of times these dolls were mentioned across Instagram and multiple doll groups on Facebook. Let's get right into it with number 20. And that would be the Hasbro Disney Princess Style series dolls. I was actually really surprised that these were even mentioned that much. I like the Hasbro Disney Princess dolls. I think they do a better job with the face molds than Mattel ever did. But I know that's a very unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't really like the Hasbro dolls. So I was surprised that they were even on people's radar enough to even be on this list as a favorite. I agree. I love the Style series dolls. They're only 25 bucks at the most. I wish they came with a stand. They don't, but they do have like some decent articulation, and they do have cute fashions that are a little less traditional than you usually see the Disney princesses in, and I love that. Number 19 on our favorites list is the Zombie 2 doll line. I completely forgot about these. They do have a cute zombie boy that I wouldn't mind having, but I totally forgot that these were coming out. So like, good job guys. I'm glad that these made enough of an impression on you to last the whole entire decade that is 2020 and stay on your radar. I think that's awesome. Number 18 was kind of surprising too, how many of you did like her. She definitely grew on me, but I hated her at first. And number 18 is the Barbie Fashion Model Collection Best in Black Barbie doll. Yeah, it was really, I mean, she grew on me, so I'm glad to see she grew on you guys too. And for like a basic articulated Silkstone doll, I don't think she's awful at all. The outfit wasn't my favorite, but the doll herself is very pretty. Number 17, I'm surprised is so low on the favorites list because I feel like they were talked about a lot. The Disney dolls, the Midnight Masquerade collection, both the princesses and the villains. People seem to really like both of them. The villains ones were definitely, I feel like, talked about a lot more because they were more like widely available being on the website, whereas the Disney princess dolls were only at like that weird convention or whatever. But yeah, I was really surprised like that they were this low down because they're all very gorgeous dolls on both sides, like the princesses and the villains. But yeah, I agree. Like these were definitely some of my favorites in 2020, even though I only own one because that was the only one I could get my hands on. Hades. So number 16 is one of the first dolls that was also on the top 20 disappointments of 2020 dolls, which is interesting that it was also in the favorites, and that is the Cave Club dolls. As many people who didn't like them, it seems like as many people also did. They're a little too childlike for me. I did get the boy because I left him in my cart on Amazon. And little trick, if you leave your stuff in your cart in Amazon long enough and it doesn't sell out, eventually they'll just discount it because they're trying to get you to buy it, because Jeff Bezos is like hard for money, even if it's, you know, a discount. He just wants your money no matter what. I was surprised that just as many people hated these as they loved them. Number 15 is another one from the 20 disappointments of 2020, but she was an honorable mention, and mostly because I was pissed off about her, because for $175,
bitch, what?
But I guess enough of you thought that she was worth the price point, and that is the Barbie Fashion Model Collection Best to a Gala finale doll in the blue gown. I guess enough of you thought that she was worth the $175 and paying for a platinum membership, even though she was available on Amazon without membership fees the very next day and shipped out quicker than the Barbie collectors got her. So thanks so much, Mattel. Somehow you made it into the favorites. Number 14 are just the Disney Playline dolls in general. They did a really good job with them this year. Like, all the face molds look a shit ton better. They invited all these characters that haven't been in the lineup for the dolls for a while. And, like, I have to agree, they did a really good job with the 2020 Playline dolls. Like, the Disney store always does a pretty good job with their dolls, but, like, I guess I didn't realize how messed up Ariel's face mold was until they made it look better. And now I'm like, oh yeah, no, like, it looks a ton better. But I guess I just have Ariel love blindness. Number 13, I totally forgot about these dolls. And that is the Black Widow dolls. I guess enough people liked the dolls and everything. They do have printed on screened details and pixel face, so I was surprised that they were so high up on some people's list. But I guess if you love, like, the Black Widow dolls or Scarlett Johansson or the Marvel movies enough, it would make sense if you're part of that fandom, because the dolls do look a lot like Scarlett Johansson. Like, they did a really good job with those face molds. Number 12 is interesting because it's a lot of different things, and I have to agree, I love these dolls. And that's all these Gothic Integrity dolls that just showed up randomly for the 25th anniversary. Or is it the 20th anniversary of Integrity? I don't know. I can't afford their elitist price ranging. Anyway, all these Gothic dolls, they're beautiful. And I agree, like, these are amazing. And they definitely deserve to be, like, in a top 20 of 2020. So number 11 are all of the LOL OMG dolls in general that came out this year. I don't even remember all of them. There were just, like, the regular ones, the remix line and everything, and I got, like, a couple of dolls from the collection this year because I do like the LOL OMG dolls. I think they're fun for what they are. They're decent quality for the price range, stuff like that, and I do like that they have different skin tones, hair textures, representation, and which is for some reason really hard for MGA to do. But yeah, I was happy with the LOL OMG dolls this year too. Okay, so now we are getting into the top 10 dolls of 2020, and number 10 would be the 75th anniversary of Mattel reproduction Silkstone Barbie of Ponytail number 1. She's, like, hyper realistic to, like, the original, except instead of vinyl they use the Silkstone material. She has the little black stand where you stick her feet in the metal pegs. And she's a heavy, beautiful, weighted doll, and I love her too. I got her. Like, especially the second I found out she was Silkstone. She didn't sell out or anything. I was able to get her off of Amazon, like, decently priced. But yeah, she's a fantastic doll for 2020, and I think, yeah, you guys did a really good job picking her. Like, good job. Okay, so this one I don't have, and I would like to have it, but I'll never pay full price for it. Number 9 is the Wonder Woman 1984 gift set with the Chris Pine doll. I think it's a beautiful doll set, and it looks really good. It comes with 2 dolls. Like, they both have nice outfits, good face mold, stuff like that. And yeah, I think they're great dolls. I'm not a huge fan of the DC fandom or anything, or even Marvel or any of those superhero ones. I probably lean towards DC more, like Teen Titans and stuff. But yeah, I think, yeah, you guys did a really good job picking this set because I think it's a great little gift set. Yes, number 8 is definitely one of my favorites of 2020, and that is the Disney Store 2020 Holiday Ariel doll. The only negative I have to say about her is she didn't come with a stand. Everything else I really liked about her. She did sell out pretty quick, but they got her back in stores really quick, which is kind of sus because how can you sell out of stuff completely and then it's immediately back in stores a couple weeks later? Like, it would take like probably 6 months to remake all those. So anyway, that's just sus. It's anyway. But yes, I do love the 2020 Ariel doll. She's definitely one of my favorites. I love her artistic liberty they did on her blue dress, and I think she looks fantastic in real life. Number 7 are dolls I did not want, but I really appreciate that they did this for the people who did want them. And number 7 are the Monster High Skeletor dolls. I'm not a big fan of these two movies, especially It. I think it's a CGI nightmare. Maybe like the original It, but it still had like claymation, you know? But I'm glad that they did this service to fans. This is something fans asked for. They teased for a long time and they got it, and fans seemed really, really happy with them. I feel like they were decently priced for what they were. They sold out really quick, and it's cool to see that Mattel will take care of their fans every once in a while and give them what they want, and I do love that. The next one, I'm really proud of you guys for remembering that she came out earlier this year, because I did a video on her in like February, I think, and that was like 3 moves ago, so I forgot how much I love her, and she's in my collection. And that is number 6, the 40th anniversary of the Black Barbie doll. I forgot she came out this year too. I feel like that was so long ago. And she's stupid beautiful. And I have my original Black Barbie from 40 years ago just standing right here chilling because I brought her back up because she's beautiful and I love her. But yeah, I think the 40th anniversary, while I don't think they did the best job with it, I do think she is a very pretty doll. She has that very pretty face mold, which I think is a Selma face mold. Love it. And yeah, I think they did like a good homage, but the original's the original and she looks amazing. Number 5, who was also in my honorable mentions of dolls that people seem to not like in 2020. I love her. I'm glad I have her. I think she's beautiful. And that is number 5, the Dia de los Muertos number 2 doll. So I filmed a video with her on my old phone. I film everything on my phone. And she was the one, when I was filming, I found out that my microphone was no longer working. It would catch audio and then dip really low without catching audio and then go back up and like scream the audio. And I was really disappointed because that was the first doll in, I can't even remember how long, where it felt like I was unboxing something luxe from Mattel again. Like, the packaging is really thick and beautiful and heavy. She herself is a Model Muse body that is completely solid all the way through. So she's not as weighty as a Silkstone, but she was weighted. Her face may be pixelated, but I get it because of the amount of detail in the sugar skull face. But she was just beautiful. Everything about her I really loved. I think they did an amazing job on her. And I'm really bummed out that you guys didn't get to see that video and see that up close and everything, because she is a fantastic doll. All of the embroidery on the dress was real. It wasn't fake. It was real lace. Like, they just did such a fantastic job. And it was designed by a Latino designer, and I love that. So yes, I can see why she would be in the top 20, guys. You did a really good job picking her. Fantastic. Number 4 are dolls that were always like on my radar, but I'm not a part of this fandom either, so I didn't really pick them up. And number 4 would be the Star Wars dolls. I forgot these came out this year too. That was much earlier this year. That was when I was still living in my first doll studio. And I remember like Suresh doing like, I don't even know, it had to be like a 60-minute like episode on them. So I didn't watch it all the way through, but they did look really, really cool. I totally forgot about these. So good job, guys, remembering that far back. I think that's awesome. Number 3 on our favorites are, I think it's like pretty obvious that these were going to be on the list. So number 3 are all the Rainbow High dolls. I think the first run of Rainbow High dolls were really pretty and everything. And like, fun fact, I didn't want to talk about them on my channel because of like the shade range and lack of representation in skin color, hair textures, everything like that. But one of my other friends who has a channel just kind of convinced me to like just give him a try and see, and then if I didn't like him, I could talk like massive shit on him, because that's what I do on my channel. I feel like I'm pretty honest with how I feel about dolls. I'm not trying to get on anybody's PR list. So I went and got the 2 dolls I liked the most, which were Amaya Rain and Sunny Madison, and I unboxed them on my channel, and to this day, that is my most watched video on my channel. But that's also the video where I pulled out a titty in the thumbnail and in the video. So part of me is like, oh, it's a really popular video because of Rainbow High. And the other part of me is like, no, it's because you pulled your titty out. So I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys remember that video. Number 2 was close with Rainbow High because it was very like back and forth with these. But I feel like even though these are way newer than Rainbow High, they like jumped a little bit farther ahead. And that are the Barbie Extra dolls, the fashionistas, like 1 through 5. They're bright, colorful, articulated. They have full fashion fabrics. They do have pixel face. The white girl with the pink hair, she seems to have like the most pixel on her face. I think they're great. They got a lot of people excited about Barbie again. And I mean, I've said it 100 times. Barbie proportions are my favorite. And if I had to pick a doll line for the rest of my life and I could only do that doll line, it would be Barbie. And so I agree. They made me like happy and excited to start collecting Barbie dolls again. I like my Rainbow High dolls, but they have shit representation. Out of like the 5 dolls in this line for the Barbie Fashionista lines, like only one of them's white, and even she has like textured hair. And so I just love like how Barbie is so much better about inclusivity, and the Barbie extras are a great step forward to better quality that we do expect from Mattel. And the price point's not too bad either. Before we get to number 1, we are going to do honorable mentions of the top 20 dolls of 2020.
20.
Honorable mentions are the Ella Fitzgerald doll. I think that's awesome that you guys really liked her. But I don't ever remember seeing her. I went to Target multiple times and I saw the Billie Jean King one, the tennis player, the lesbian one. I saw her a couple times, but I never saw the Ella Fitzgerald doll, and I think she looks awesome. And so I think that's awesome that you guys were like, yeah, no, she's one of my top 20. And I was like, that's great. Another honorable mention is the new Birthday Wishes Barbie for next year. And that's why I put her in the honorable mentions. A lot of people do like her and they are excited to get her, but not everybody can get their hands on her yet. So I do think that calls for an honorable mention. And same with the next honorable mention, the Flight of Fashion doll. We do not have her yet. She's not the one I voted for. She is objectively pretty, but she is not available yet because she is a pre-order and they have to, you know, get your money and then make sure like they're going to make the right amount of dolls. Another one that we can't get yet, but she is an honorable mention. People seem to really love her. She's another one of those dolls that kind of ignited that Barbie collector mentality again. And that is she has a weird name. The Barbie Pink Collector Signature doll in the pink tutu ruffly dress. She is rumored to have a Silkstone body. If she does, I am buying that shit 100%. She's already showed up on Canadian Amazon and Germany Amazon for pre-order, so I can't wait till she comes to the United States, and I'm going to order her off Amazon and not off Mattel.com, because Mattel.com makes me pay for this platinum membership, and then it's on Amazon the next day and they get it faster, so I'm just going to buy it off Amazon, even though I don't want Jeff Bezos to make money. Okay, so number 1, this was like a landslide, and I am so just impressed with you guys that it is a male doll that you ended up loving so much. Like, he was popping up everywhere. I've seen him all year just being customized and redone. People love him. I love him. You've seen him in my videos. You guys did a really good job picking him, and I just can't believe you picked a male doll. I think that's awesome. So, the number one favorite doll of 2020 voted by you guys, emphasis on you guys, this was your choice. Number one is the BMR 1959 Ken doll in the face mold Tate, the gingery redhead freckle dude. You guys love him. I love him. I bought a couple of them, actually. Like, I don't just have one. I have one unboxed, and the rest are like at my mom's house for safekeeping. And I think he's fantastic. You guys have really good taste. I think he's a beautiful doll, beautiful face mold. All the customizations I've seen you guys do, you've done an amazing job. I love his made to move articulation. I can make him a merman. I can put him in cute little gay outfits. And that's the thing. Everything you put him in, he looks super gay, and I just love it. And you guys, you make me so proud. You did an amazing job. I am so glad that a male doll made it this far up the list, considering a couple days ago, I think I asked you guys on Instagram, like, what your problem is with male dolls. I wasn't trying to start an argument. I just wanted to know why people are so against male dolls. And there were so many people that are like, oh, they're boring. I don't like the fashions. Like, the articulation sucks. But every one of you that said that would also say, except for the BMR dolls and everything. And I just thought that was awesome. So, yeah, you guys, overwhelming. Like, he was definitely, like, mentioned the most across all the doll groups in Facebook, my Instagram, stuff like that. I was really impressed with you guys. And yeah, I agree. I think he deserves the number one spot for 2020. Okay, so that is the top 20 dolls of 2020 as voted by you guys. I think you guys did a great job. I'm so proud of you. And I agree with, like, most of you. These are, like, fantastic dolls. And I can't believe you guys remembered them through all of 2020 with everything that went on. You guys have an amazing memory. Very proud of you guys. I love the positivity in this video. I love, like, just talking about the dolls that you guys love. I think this is great. So, let me know what doll you loved that didn't make it into here, or if you agree with the dolls that are in here. Just let me know what you guys think down below. I would love to hear how you feel about these dolls and everything. And yeah, that's everything for 2020. I will see you guys in 2021.